Hi, my name's Matt Spronowitz. I'm the Executive Director of Sustained Farms. And today we're going to be doing kind of an art activity that helps support your love for your plants. So I have 3 of my plants here in front of me. And I think that when you're able to personalize your plants, you plant them in pots that you think are really beautiful or fun, and you get to add things to them, you are going to pay more attention to them and give them the care that you want. And also, it just makes it more enjoyable for you as well. So, an example of that is here. There's this dinosaur pot that I really liked, and I put a plant inside of it. It's called a string of pearls succulent, and I watch this plant all the time and make sure that it's watered appropriately and it's growing well because I really like the pot in it. And the same thing goes for these. Recently, I was given a gift of these things. I think you can buy them at Urban Outfitters. They're these little plastic animals with stakes on them that you get to put inside of your plants. So I have a little snail here. This one's a sloth. I have a flamingo over here. And I thought that it would be really fun that while in seclusion to make your own versions of these. Nobody needs to go out to Urban Outfitters to buy these. We can make them ourselves. And so what I did was I created my own. So here's my version of a snail. Here's my version of an owl. And I made an alien too. And the reason that I made these all were because I think they were weird and fun. And it was everything that I had in my house to make a nifty thing that could go into plants. And so I'll stick these in here and I'll explain to you how I made these. So first thing that I did was I found a soda box or a seltzer box, and I took a pair of scissors, I cut it open, and I used the cardboard on the inside as the surface that I was going to draw and paint on. The second thing I did was I took a Sharpie or a pen and I drew little cartoons, and you'll see that in my demo in a second. Then after I was done with that, I really like to paint, and so I used paints that I found in my garage to paint over with awesome colors and things that I thought looked nice and I would enjoy having in my plants. But you could use markers, you could use pencils, you could really use any kind of art material that you have laying around to create cool designs. Then what I did was I went into my kitchen, and in my silverware drawer, I have tons of old chopsticks. And so I opened up these packages, and they make for the perfect stakes that you can glue on an image to put into your plants. Then I used a hot glue gun to just glue them to the back, as you can see here. But if you don't have a hot glue gun, or your parent doesn't really want you using a hot glue gun, you can definitely tape this or glue it with Elmer's glue, and it would work just the same. The reason I like this activity is because we're reusing items that we have in our house. And so rather than just putting this into a recycling bin or these just sitting in our silverware drawer, we're actually getting to practice our reuse skills. The second thing is, I think it's really important to get creative energy out, especially when we're inside in social distancing ourselves. And the last thing is, they just make these fun and personal. And if you have something personal in your plants, you're more likely to pay attention to them to make sure that they're healthy and they're growing well and that you're remembering to water and fertilize them. So check out my demo, enjoy making these, and feel free to share them with us. We'd love to see what creations you're making and post them to our social media. So hit us up on Instagram at SustainedFarms or on Facebook. See you on Monday.